by making certain sounds that we can all interpret, and we can send ideas from one mind to another. Language is a type of symbolic communication. Like, for instance, when I say sofa, you all know I'm talking about this type of thing, but there's nothing inherent in the sound sofa that would attach it to that. It's a type of symbolic communication. Now, we can see this in other animals to a certain extent. Like, for instance, monkeys and prairie dogs do this too, have different alarm calls for different things. Like if there's a bird that's going to be preying on them, they have a different sound than if it's a snake on the ground, so they know how to respond differently. And this can be seen as some type of symbolic communication because they have a certain sound that's attached to a certain object, even though it has nothing inherently to do with it. Now, it would be a stretch to consider this language, though, because it's just one sound for one object. Language is more than that. It has abstract nature to it. Being able to talk about things that are not a physical object, and being able to put words in a different order to mean different things. But I would like to stress, however, that language does not have to be words. It's been increasingly accepted that you can have nonverbal forms of language. American sign language used to be not considered a form of language, but people gradually come to see that sign language has all the basics of language. It has grammar and syntax and vocabulary. It's just that the words are formed with your hands and your body rather than your voice. So there are different types of sign language. American Sign Language is the one spoken, used in the United States. So that's ASL, I'll be calling it that for short. So various attempts have been made to teach ASL to non-human primates, to chimpanzees and gorillas and orangutans. And they've been able to pick up certain signs and use them to communicate. Now, some people disagree and criticize this and say what they're doing is not actual language. They're just having a form of conditioning. There's various criticisms which I'll address. But I'd like to stress that there is the basis of language there. So the first study with chimpanzees and language was earlier on. They tried to teach chimpanzees how to talk. There was a chimpanzee named Vicky, and some people tried to teach her how to use spoken language. By the end, she was apparently only able to say 4 words: mama, papa, cup, and up. And those were only intelligible to the people who had raised her. Now, so because of this, some people thought that apes couldn't use language. But there was a couple named Beatrix and Alan Gardner who thought that the problem with the study was not that apes weren't capable of language, but that they're not capable of speech. Their vocal cords are different from ours, so they can't produce the same sounds that we can. They can, however, use their hands to communicate. So the Gardners decided to try to raise a chimpanzee like they would a deaf child. They took a chimpanzee named Washoe and basically brought her up as they would a deaf child. They signed in front of her, and she was able to pick up signs based on that. Washoe learned about 350 signs in her lifetime, and the study went on to add more chimpanzees. It's currently known as the Chimpanzee and Human Communication